Data strategy is an initiative that defines the goals of the business and the projects to meet those goals. As a part of the data strategy process, a data roadmap is created to prioritize projects to meet those business goals. In this video, we're going to go over the 6 steps to build that data roadmap. The first step is to identify the business's goals. Data initiatives are only as important as the goals that they're driving. General milestones can be built off of these goals. Some questions you're going to want to answer in this step are: what are the company's goals for the next year? What are the company's goals over the next 3 years? Are there significant changes to the business that need to be taken into account? And where is the current data maturity of the company? Now that we know what our business goals are, we need to define the projects that are going to help the business meet those goals. This list doesn't need to include every detail about what the project is. It just needs to be the heading of the project. The third step for creating the data roadmap is going to be taking that list of projects that we had and ranking it by both the level of effort to complete the project and the value that it drives. After we create those 2 scores, we're going to also include if there's any dependencies for the project. Creating this prioritization of projects allows you to prioritize the quick wins first and deliver value right away. This helps to also set realistic expectations for your stakeholders of when things will get done and the level of effort to do them. And finally, what resources you're going to need to allocate and make sure that they're available when you need them. Now that we have our list of prioritized projects, the next step is to schedule the projects on a timeline. This timeline most likely is going to look something like a Gantt chart. The idea behind this step is we want to make sure that we put tasks on a timeline so we know when it's going to be completed and how long it's going to take to complete it. Once we start doing this, we can schedule out for the next year, and this will help us more effectively understand what we're going to get done and when. The 5th step of the roadmap is to fill in the details on the timeline. So we already know when the project is going to start, generally what the project is, but we need to add in details like who are the key stakeholders we need to meet with for the project, what resources do we need for the project, and if there's any dependencies or maybe teammates that you need to hire, all of that should be included in those details. The final step of the data strategy roadmap is to communicate the roadmap to the rest of the organization. This communication is key in ensuring that data culture is fostered around your organization. In order to communicate effectively, you will want to share this roadmap in a location that everyone can access at any time. You will also want to highlight the milestones of the roadmap and what value each milestone will drive. Thirdly, you'll want to provide regular updates on the roadmap and the value that's actually been achieved from the roadmap. And there we are. Those are the 6 steps of the data strategy roadmap. If you want to learn a little bit more about it, read the article on data strategy roadmaps on CDA or reach out to us and we can help you implement your roadmap.